So this morning I just had a conversation with another entrepreneur who builds offers for coaches and consultants. And he was saying that the biggest problem with group coaching is that you constantly have to work to fill each program like you're starting over again. Whether it's the second, the fourth, the fifth, or the 10th, you're constantly starting over. And that's because when you start one-on-one coaching, and I did this too, you end up treating it like a job instead of actually building a business. So every client is a new hustle, and for each one that you get in, you got to win, which feels good, but it's not actually building your business month over month. And so you consistently struggle to get new clients. If you run a group coaching program, the best way to build leverage is to make sure that every action that you take over here is going to build your business down the line, which means you need to make sure that the actions that you take each week are compounding month over month so that your business can grow. And the goal is that the actions that you take today make your revenue go up while your time and effort goes down. And that's how you build a business over just building a job that gets you clients. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to build out a really simple model together, and I want to show you the difference between a job that gets you clients and a business that grows with you so that your efforts compound month over month and grow your business so that things get easier. So here's what that looks like. Let's assume that this big box on the end is your core offer. This is the program that you're looking to fill. This is your group coaching program where they're going to pay you. And then on the left, we're going to have your two platforms for content. So there's going to be some short form content and some long form content. So short form content, IG, Facebook or Meta or LinkedIn, and then long form, let's say YouTube or your newsletter. It doesn't matter what the mix is here, but you can have one of each to build your business. Now, here's the mistake most coaches make. What they think they need to do is take them from short and long form content straight to their offer. And so it gets really challenging to build the program month over month because that is a big lift. It's very difficult to get someone from your short form content to now paying you for a high ticket coaching program. And so you end up trapped in DMs for weeks trying to convert clients, taking a ton of sales calls where people aren't ready to buy and give you loads of excuses. And now it just feels like a heavy lift month over month. So maybe there's a long gap between your coaching programs because it's difficult to fill. And the big stress of, will I be able to fill this thing every time I run it? And can I get enough clients? And do I have enough leads because I have a small audience? Now becomes overwhelming because you don't know how to get people from your short form content or your long form content into your program. And it is quite simply because you've missed a couple of steps. And so you have options in the middle, and let me show you what they are. We need a bridge to get someone from your short form content to your paid program. And we're going to assume that, this is high ticket. So more than $1,000 is where I count high ticket. And so the bridge that we want to build here in the middle is going to be one of a couple of things. Could be a workshop, could be your newsletter, could be a free community. And there are always going to be people in your content that are ready to buy from you, but they're going to be very few. So for everyone else that engages with you, we need somewhere to put them. Because we don't want to go back to our content every time we need clients for our program. We need to have brought them into our world, into our ecosystem, so that we can bring them into our program without having to do the whole content hamster wheel over and over. We need leverage. We want to make sure our content is bringing them into our world, and then that gets us clients more easily because we've warmed them up than just trying to sell to a cold audience. Okay. So our short form and long form content are going to be linked because we're going to have both. We want to take them off the social platforms, bring them into our space. The free community, it could be a school community. Most coaching YouTube creators have a free school community you can join to engage with them. Some will offer a paid or free workshop that you can join to get to know, like, and trust them. Sometimes it's a newsletter where they're engaging you. There is a difference between newsletter and email. So a newsletter is something that you send weekly to build your authority, to nurture and engage your leads. Emails are things that you can run on a campaign or to open doors of opportunity for people to buy from you. They're not the same. So if you have a newsletter and you think you're doing emails to get clients and newsletters, two totally different purposes. You need to know the difference and where you use them. Your newsletter could actually be part of your long form content instead of a YouTube channel or something different, but you want to make sure that you've got both. Emails are not optional, a newsletter is. Now, once you've got people in this content ecosystem with you, then you can kind of build things up with them so that they know what your offer is, they know your process, and now they know they have enough of the problems that you solve to want to buy from you, and we can get them over to your core offer. and you're really just looking to build one of these, not all three, then you really just need one of these and we need to get it working. We don't want 10 things that we're running at a 2 or a 3 out of 10. We want one thing that we're running at an 8 or a 9 out of 10 or higher. Then we can add on something else once we've got it optimized. So what we're building here is a really simple container, somewhere to put people that are interested. And at this point, we're assuming that they know us. We want them to like us, and we want them to trust us. Because if somebody knows us, likes us, and trusts us, they're going to buy from us. Here's how we qualify that. Someone can come to know you in just a few minutes, having seen some short form content. So let's say someone gets to know you in 2 minutes. They know who you are, they know what you do, they've seen your content. For someone to like you, they probably need to get engaged with your short form content and your long form content, hear a bit about your story, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, just for this example. They need a little bit longer, having now known who you are and what you do, to like you. But for them to trust you, let's say again, for argument's sake, we're 15 minutes plus. For someone to have engaged with you, your offer, your story, what you do, why you do it, who you help, some client results, to now trust that you can get those results for them through your core offer. You see what we're building here? Someone in our short form content could come to know us. Through our long form content and getting to know a bit more about us, they could come to like us. But we can't just then jump straight from here to now them buying from us. And this is where most coaches really get stuck filling a group program, because they have missed these steps in the middle. So here's the key point. You need to pick a container. You need somewhere to put all of the people that know and like you, but aren't yet ready to buy from you. We just want to focus on building this part. We need to pick a container. Whatever the thing is for you, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. You just need one that's going to work for your business, your offer, and your audience, where it feels like a light lift for you. So pick the thing for you that's going to feel light, that's going to build your business, that you can do every week, and it not feel like there's a ton of friction. Because if it does, you're not going to stick with it, and then it won't build your business. We want the thing that is going to help us grow incrementally month over month so that our efforts compound. Because if you can get clients from short form and long form content into your ecosystem in a container, let's say a free community or a workshop, and you can start to build trust with them so that they buy from you. That way, while you're running group program number 1, they're engaging with you, coming to know, like, and trust you more. And so when you launch offer number 2 for the second program, you already have a group of people that are primed and ready to go, and they're going to be the first buyers for that second program. And then you can leverage your content to fill that even further, to fill up the rest of the spots, and things get easier month over month. It feels very difficult when all we do is spend our time over here in short form, hoping that that is going to fill a group program on repeat. And it's not, because at that point, people know us, but they don't trust us enough, which we need over here if they're going to buy from us. And so if they don't trust us enough to buy from us, then our short form content isn't accomplishing anything, because we've created too big of a gap. But if our short form content actually is leading people to a free community, for example, and they can go from short form into our free community, check out some of our videos, some client results, and have a space where they can get warmed up, ready to buy from us. When we want to fill our group program, guess where we go? First stop is our free community, and we say, hey, we're running group program number 2. Clients in group 1 got a ton of results. Here's what we're doing in the second one. Here's how it's gotten better. Here's a list of free bonuses and stuff you're going to get when you join today. Give them a reason to join, and then guess what happens? Group program number 2 starts to fill with clients, and the lift gets easier. Over time, as our free community grows, it gets easier and easier to fill the program. So the side benefit of this, short form content to paying client, again, it feels like a big lift, but if you've got short form content to free community, you can drip people into that every month. And then you have a bucket that you can just pour into your group program. But having people drip into your group program for free, in your free community, and you see those numbers start ticking up, it feels much easier to keep focused on your short form content when you can just see the numbers in your free community starting to grow, and you know that all of your efforts on your short form are now compounding month over month to make life easier in the future. Okay, this is how you build a business. rather than just a job where you're hustling for clients every single time. It's a really simple setup. Now, there is one extra leverage point to this. I'll show you that here. Let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of those. A slightly different structure that also works really well here, depending upon your business and your setup, is having your short form and long form content go to, let's say, a free community. And then in the free community, you offer a paid workshop. And then the paid workshop leads to your core offer. This gives you really high intent signals that if somebody's willing to pay, $25 or $45 for a paid workshop, that they're actually interested in your core offer. But what we're doing is we're giving them steps to take to walk through the door of buying from us. So we're making it easy for them to buy from us instead of going from short form straight to paid program. You see how that works? It's much easier setup. And what most coaches have done is built a short form content system without the steps needed to build an audience ready to buy from them. And all we're asking at every stage here is for them to take the next step. We're not trying to sell our core program in our short form content. We're just trying to make it easy for them to take the next step towards knowing, liking, and trusting us. If you can build a system like this, then you can build a business that compounds month over month and a program that gets easier to sell out each time. If launching a high-ticket group coaching program is something that you want to revisit or launch your first one, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to show you how to do it in the next couple of videos and how you can go from designing, building, and launching your group program to selling out every single time by building simple leverage systems into your business, just like the model I just showed you, so that it's an easy lift and you're not struggling against a bunch of friction, trying to force consistency every month, hustling to get clients. So if you're a coach, you've been doing one-on-one coaching, maybe you launched a group program in the past, or you've been in corporate and you've got real skills and experience that you can teach in a group program, and you want to know, how do I fill this thing? How much do I charge? Should I be charging more or less than my one-on-one? Will I actually get clients? How do I fill the thing consistently? Is it harder to teach in group than it is one-on-one? How do I get my clients' results? I'm going to answer all of those questions for you. I'll give you a quick spoiler. Actually, the reasons you're thinking you shouldn't do it are all the reasons you should. Group coaching unlocked so much for me from my one-on-one. It's been the biggest leverage for my business that I have had in the last 20 years, which is why I teach it. So if you want to know how to do that, hit the subscribe button. I'll show you how in the next couple of videos.